Hurrem Sultan and her daughter Mihrimah, how love influenced their relationship? At the heart of the Ottoman Empire in the 16th century, two prominent female figures left their mark on history: Hurrem Sultan, the favorite wife of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, and her only daughter, Princess Mihrimah. Their relationship was not merely a typical family bond, it was a complex mix of deep love, political ambition, and intertwined interests that influenced the course of the empire. In this article, we will explore the details of the relationship between Hurrem and Mihrimah and how a mother's love for her daughter impacted state decisions and even the fate of the Sultanate itself. Princess Mihrimah was born on March 21, 1522, as the only daughter of Hurrem Sultan among her male siblings, which granted her a special place in her mother's heart. Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent adored his daughter, and it is said that he called her the light of the palace. From the very beginning, Hurrem saw Mihrimah as an extension of her ambitions and ensured she received an education that exceeded the norm for Ottoman princesses at the time, including languages, literature, politics, and even charitable project management. The education of Ottoman princesses was not as advanced as that of princes, but Hurrem broke this tradition for Mihrimah. She hired the best tutors in the palace, allowing Mihrimah to learn Persian, Arabic, and Turkish, as well as mathematics and astronomy, subjects rarely mastered by princesses at the time. Additionally, she attended cultural gatherings organized by her father, Sultan Suleiman, which enhanced her political awareness and made her skilled in diplomatic discussions. When Mihrimah reached marriageable age, discussions arose about her potential husband. A nobleman named Mehmed Bey was rumored to have caught her interest, but her mother, Hurrem, had a more complex political future in mind. In 1539, Mihrimah was married to Rustem Pasha, one of the most influential figures in the court, who later became Grand Vizier. This marriage was not based on romance but was a strategic alliance that allowed Hurrem and her daughter to maintain control over the state's affairs. Mihrimah was her mother's partner in the struggle against Sultana Mahidevran, Sultan Suleiman's first wife and the mother of Prince Mustafa, the rightful heir to the throne. Hurrem and Mihrimah used their influence in the palace to weaken Mustafa's position, which ultimately led to his execution in 1553 by order of his father. After this event, Mihrimah's power grew stronger than ever, especially following her mother's death in 1558, as she inherited much of her authority. In 1558, Hurrem Sultan passed away, leaving a great void in her daughter's life. Mihrimah was the closest of Hurrem's children to her, and with her mother's death, she found herself alone in the Ottoman palace, without the support that had always backed her political struggles. However, she did not succumb to grief. Instead, she continued her role as an advisor to her father, Sultan Suleiman. She became known as one of the most powerful women in the court and even took part in political decisions alongside the Grand Vizier and her husband, Rustem Pasha. As Sultan Suleiman aged, Mihrimah played a key role in managing state affairs. She was one of the main supporters of her brother, Selim II, in his struggle for the throne, especially after the death of the previous heir, Bayezid, in 1561. It is also said that she was the secret correspondent between Sultan Suleiman and the naval commander Barbarossa, funding his naval campaigns against European forces. In her father's final years, Mihrimah remained by his side until his death in 1566, further solidifying her status as one of the most influential women in the Ottoman Empire. After her father's death, her brother Selim II became Sultan, a ruler known for his indulgence in alcohol and lack of interest in state affairs. Here, Mihrimah emerged as a key political player, working alongside Grand Vizier Sokullu Pasha to maintain the empire's stability. She also continued her charitable projects, including the construction of mosques and hospitals in Istanbul, most notably the Mihrimah Sultan Mosque in Edirne, designed by the famous architect Sinan. As she aged, Mihrimah Sultan gradually withdrew from political life, though she never ceased supporting her brother and family. She continued funding charitable projects until her final days and remained one of the few figures who retained influence in the Ottoman court until her death on January 25, 1578. She was buried next to her father, Sultan Suleiman, in the Suleymaniye Mosque, ensuring that her name would be forever remembered as one of the most powerful women who ruled from behind the scenes. A legacy of love and power. The relationship between Hurrem Sultan and her daughter Mihrimah was not merely a typical mother-daughter bond, it was an extraordinary connection that combined love, power, and ambition. Hurrem's love for her daughter was a driving force in elevating her status within the court, making her one of the most powerful princesses in Ottoman history. Though both are long gone, their story continues to inspire many about the role of women in politics and how love can be a powerful force in shaping the destiny of nations. Behind the scenes.